if you want to have a very good example of the liar paradox in action, then you can look no further than The Guardian, where I found an absolutely brilliant example. And I'm going to tell you about it when I've told you. I'm Granniopteryx, and I'm on YouTube, Rumble, BitChute and Minds. Well, if for nothing else, The Guardian is always good for a laugh. And we have a wonderful example here of The Guardian being good for a laugh with this headline here. Unfortunately, I didn't take a screenshot of the page, I just did a copy and paste. But this was their article just after the election. And it starts, well, hang on a minute. This was at the bottom of the page where they always do a begging thing, support The Guardian. I have no problem with that. I ask you for support. It would be the height of hypocrisy for me to say that The Guardian were doing a sneaky thing by asking for support as well. No, everyone's allowed to do that. And this was underneath another article, and it's just at the bottom, and it starts "A new dawn for the United Kingdom," and then it ends at the bottom with "If you've appreciated our work over the last few weeks and throughout the last 14 scandal-plagued years, please consider supporting The Guardian's independent investigative journalism today." I'll get back to that in a couple of minutes, but here you have, you see, this marvellous thing that starts "A new dawn for the United Kingdom." So you have The Guardian's take on the disastrous general election we've just had. And there's me putting in my spin on the thing. And talking about spin, I'm going to get to that in a minute as well. So here we have The Guardian celebrating the historic victory. Yeah, it was a historic victory, but possibly not for the reasons that The Guardian are thinking of. The results are in, and it's a historic Labour landslide. The UK has a new government and a new Prime Minister in Keir Starmer. Oh, be still, my beating heart. As the dust settles, our tireless political team will turn to looking at what's next and how we can expect the country to change after years of political chaos. Yeah, the Labour Party are going to make everything right, aren't they? For many of our readers, this will no doubt be a time for cheer. And I suspect it was a time for cheer in The Guardian offices, because that headline, "A new dawn for the United Kingdom," is a little bit iffy, is it not? I'll get to that in a minute. Over the past 14 years, The Guardian has been at the forefront of holding Conservative governments to account. Yeah, and never holding the Labour Party to account, which is why hardly anyone trusts it. Well, except for the guys in the BBC, of course. They read nothing else. Just a minute, going to cough. Sorry about that. Our award-winning political journalism. Yeah, award-winning. Awards from whom, may I ask? Yeah, it's a load of... They win awards from the people to whom they give awards. It's a sort of circular thing. There's a whole culture of giving awards to people among these lefty cabals, isn't there? Oh, it happens all over. But telling everyone you're award-winning, that doesn't impress me almost in any circumstances, whatever the political colour of the award-winnee. OK, our award-winning political journalism has exposed corruption, bullying, misdemeanours and more. Yeah, well, you can't think of anything more, can you? From austerity to Windrush. A Windrush, by the way, started under the Labour Party. Oh, we'll stop talking about that. To Brexit. Oh, Brexit. Terrible. Oh, yeah. Windrush, the awful Windrush situation. I'm not going to go into now. You could probably find it on Wikipedia if you don't know what it is. But it was a very a typical government administrative slip-up where they didn't really know what they were doing and didn't want to admit that they got it wrong. That's the Windrush. Okay, and Partygate, which was, there was a Labour Party Partygate as well, but the media didn't take any notice of that. But anyway, that was a COVID scandal. And then Brexit, as if that's like Windrush and Partygate. COVID PPE and the election betting affair. Okay, yes, so The Guardian is your standard, your shield and your sword for truth and morality in politics, isn't it? Okay, whatever the coming years bring in the UK and around the world, our reporters will continue to question and interrogate the decisions made by those in power. I'd like to see them do that for the Labour Party. I really would. But I'm not holding my breath. If you've appreciated our work over the last few weeks and throughout the last 14 scandal-plagued years, shove them a couple of dollars. That's fine. I cannot criticise that. But what I can criticise is that new dawn for the United Kingdom. And when they had sobered up, they realised it was a little bit communist, a little bit like sort of not exactly dispassionate journalism. It was just a little off colour. And the next time I looked at that article, purely by accident, I might say, here it's headed scrutiny, not spin. This time I did take a screenshot rather than just copying and pasting the article. It's all the same. It's all absolutely the same, except for the header. When somebody in the editorial department looked at that new dawn thing and thought, a little bit iffy, your slip's showing a little bit, darling, hitch it up, pretend nothing happened. That's The Guardian for you. They're starting well, aren't they? Okay, well, that's cheered me up just a little bit. There's nothing like human ridiculousness to cheer up anyone's day. Till next time. You can help my channel by clicking like, by subscribing, by clicking the notification bell, and by sharing if you're so inclined. Links to my other channels are in the description, also links to donation sites, but really the best way you can help me is simply by clicking like. Thank you.